President Obama, I envision a future, sir, a possibility. You stepping to the podium, you've called a press conference, and you utter these words. The violin works, ladies and gentlemen. You probably won't be looking nearly as lean and ripped as I am. But you know what? There's always hope, sir. And I could get into a little game of the dozens, but, you know, that might piss off some of the people who are already pissed off that I clowned Kimbo Slice. Oh, wish he was white. Anyways, he fights like it. Anyhow, sir, it's like this. I could have made a video to my high school classmates saying, you know what, get on stevia and start spreading it around. But I figured, why not start talking to the top and maybe it'll filter down, all right? Goes like this. You have one hell of a crisis in front of you. I mean, there's not much money because all the rich motherfuckers are greedy and they stole it all. And people are going, God, I wonder what happened. You know what? I mean, if some of my friends took a tenth of that shit, they would hunt them down to the ends of the fucking earth and break all kinds of laws and rules doing it. They don't give a fuck, right? When they're in the right because they have the moral authority. And I wonder, sir, if you realize that this country lost its moral authority when we allowed people to go starving, okay, in our own backyards, all right? I mean, it is a national travesty, and I think that we should actually slap our own fucking faces for allowing this shit to happen here, and then we go abroad and we fight other countries to what? You know, suck them down into the depths that the rich have fucking, you know, it's like this. We're fighting for the scraps from Longshank's table, just like Mel Gibson said. I mean, if you look back at the movies, they're fucking actually taunting, flaunting shit, okay? Paris, France, yeah, very beautiful, and he fucking led an entire city into destruction over pussy, okay? Because that is what it's all about, isn't it? But you know what? At least they fuck with their faces, all right? You know, unlike some of the Brits. And you know what? Did I just start an international fucking, yeah, international, what's the word? Conflagration. Check it out. It's like this. There are different wars going on around America, okay? And it's not just black against black, you know, the Bloods and the Crips, or the Norteños and the Sureños, or any kind of conflict like that, all the biker groups. It's corporate America using chemical shit to supplant what nature could easily do healthfully, okay? And then putting in what they sell us to eat and drink, okay? And it's causing the problem that we're in. And you know what? Stevia, replacing every toxic sweet, you know what? It ends the healthcare debate. And so all that money can now be filtered to other programs that need it in one fell swoop. And you know what? I'm going to be really rich because put stevia in water, sir, and blend in that white bubbly soup. That's a fuel. It's called split H2O. I don't know how it fuels an engine that doesn't work on internal combustion capabilities. But then again, you know what? I heard that Einstein had to have somebody follow him around because he would wander into classrooms and write shit down that they didn't want to get erased by somebody that didn't realize who the fuck had, you know, actually wandered in. And, you know, he was a little unsound, okay? I also heard that he felt tremendous guilt after World War II because, you know, the E equals MC squared thing somehow led to the ignition of the atom bomb. And I'm wondering what that propeller on the back end was doing. What was it mixing? Okay? Because you know what? If I put stevia in water, it makes water safely explode. Okay? It's like this. Google petroleum gasoline, sir. Just put petroleum gasoline, and then it's going to show you that it's toluene and all these things, okay? Benzene, all these zenes, and you get to the chemical composition, and it's carbons attached to hydrogens from water. That's the only source for hydrogen that we can get, all right? Seriously, find another source for hydrogen. And what they're doing is they're taking the H's out of the water, putting it into things that explode and go bam, you know, inside of engines, and they're gone. Oh yeah, it's a big fucking problem. I'll tell you what. But it's like this. I'm thinking big, sir. We have the North Pole and the South Pole, and they're going to melt. Okay, if polar bears jumping into the water and drowning isn't indicative of that, I don't know what is. And for everybody out there that's still talking shit on me, keep in mind, beeps, because I'm keeping this G-rated. I fought Bon Lapua, and I still had a problem with my shoulder surgery shoulder, and so I really couldn't do anything except jab with it, all right? And, keep that in mind. So as polar bears jump into water and, you know what, the ice vanishes, water levels are going to rise. People all over the world are going to die. It's going to be fucking biblical waves catastrophe, okay? But if we get big blenders in every city around America and eventually the world, what that's going to do is give us the ability to take all the toxic shit that's taking up space. Because, you know what? We poured it down the sink and the drain for years. So if Earth is a big pool, okay, why hasn't the water levels risen? Okay? Well, that's because on the front end, they're taking out H's from our water, and they're putting it into the gasolines that shoot us to the moon, okay? Thinking about going there again. For what fucking reason, I can't even imagine, all right, when we have people starving in this country, all right? Not just around the world, okay? But it's like this. This is merry old England, all right? This is merry old England without all the sludge and the fucking mud, okay? Horses, cars, there's no difference. And you know what? The rich have receded, okay? They don't paint their faces, okay? They don't stand out nearly as much because, you know, they don't want to become targets. And it's like this, sir. How much worse does it have to get before someone says, you know what? I'm ashamed to be an American. Seriously, okay? We're not the good guys. Why do we need Homeland Defense if we're actually the good guys on this planet? All right? You know what? I'm thinking that our boys, okay, and our girls, our men and women, okay, that are over there fighting and losing their fucking sanity, lives, everything, they're fighting for a fucking black poison that is easily supplanted by stevia, making healthy engines that don't burn our water up as we go. And you know what? It's like this. If you want to look back to it, okay, the rich that fucking control everything on this planet have never been nice to anybody on it, all right? They've always thought about themselves. They are the most gluttonous, non-believing in any religion, okay, that supposedly, you know, fosters everything that we love and good. They turn their backs on it. And you know what? I've heard stories from dancers at Bohemian Grove, okay, where they were praying to 40-foot stone fucking owls, okay? And we're talking about that's where presidents of the United States and everybody that, you know, runs this country. And so it's like this. What are you going to do that are listening to this right now? President Obama is faced with a healthcare crisis, and stevia eliminates that. President Obama is faced with, let's see, the environment, putting people back to work, and that's what stevia is going to do over and over, okay? You know what, sir? This financial crisis is a bullshit game that the rich have concocted, okay? That's what they do. They try to fuck us in the beep as much as they can. And it's like this. I'm going to win a Nobel Prize for what stevia does, easily, okay? It melts fucking bodies. Oh, excuse me. Beep. Sorry. You know what? Maybe not perfect for me, yes, okay, as perfect as I can fucking get, and it's not going to get much better for me. And so, this is what I want to do. I want somebody out there that has a little bit of change, a little bit of coin, to start funding people out there talking shit on me, all right? Thinking they're going to do something and come start throwing punches, all right? And as I'm going to start punching and destroying guys, all right? Because if they can't kick me and they can't take me down, if they're not an elite boxer, okay, I'm going to fuck you guys up. And maybe Barack Obama will actually play the violin on Michelle and announce to the world, you know what? The violin actually does work. Validating brothers do in fact eat pussy, sir. And you know what? Harry Coppola says, oh, for sure. Bam!